Guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 323rd episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So getting back into the world of West Coast underground hip-hop, today we get to talk about People Under the Stairs, an incredibly dope LA-based duo, comprised of Thes1 and Double K, the latter of whom unfortunately passed away back in 2021. But in their prime, these two were a well-oiled rap machine cranking out top-tier music, and they really embodied a do-it-yourself attitude in their approach, with both MCs being extremely proficient as lyricists as well as doing all of their production and DJing themselves. People Under the Stairs would continue releasing quality material pretty much right up until the pandemic, but they first emerged on the underground Los Angeles circuit back in the late 90s, and their studio debut would come in 1998 with The Next Step, followed by their sophomore full-length in 2000, titled Question in the Form of an Answer, and then in 2001 they would release a compilation LP called American Men Volume 1, which was basically just the first two albums repackaged together into one big project. Their next endeavor would end up being their magnum opus in my opinion, and it also happens to be the topic of today's video, which is 2002's O.S.T, like as an original soundtrack. And this album was definitely a turning point in the talented duo's career, as they found great success through certain singles here, most notably the track Acid Raindrops, which even to this day is most definitely a fan favorite. I actually think this would be as good a song as any to share bars from, since you'd be hard-pressed to find any moment where either MC isn't snapping. And Acid Raindrops is such a fitting example to use because the inventive, almost tribal-sounding beat lays the perfect foundation for Thes1 and Double K to spit their lyrical venom. This track actually starts off with a killer featured verse coming from Camel MC, but I'm gonna pass over that one this time around, just because I want to focus on the main two artists at hand. So we're gonna start with Double K, who comes in with his trademark deep register and clever wordplay, rapping, "I try to keep it stress-free, take every day at a time, make sure the family's in place, and let the music unwind. I got plans to take charge like major outlets. Ride around the country chillin' in my LA Express. On every street corner, the importance of having fun. Empty bottles, spilled tobacco, don't nobody carry guns. We keep our minds on fun and let the drums do the bangin'. On any given day like Mr. Cooper, yo, we hangin'. Under the blue sky, the state laced in smog. Pollute your quarter-inch cables with all the sound that we brought. Can't get enough, so brother pass another cold one. Feel like a dad at a ball game lampin' with his son. Chuck D, yo, word we buggin' over time. From the light to the lime, original star time. It's the double Chris 1, and Camel brought the ammo, so we shoot game like thugs on your sport channel. Take off the do-rag, replace it with a thinking cap. If you didn't know, tell the bro he should have known that. Here for one thing, and that's to remain. What's the name?" Then, before they get to the top-notch third verse, the hook comes back in, and I actually want to share that as well real fast, since it's such a fire chorus, which goes, "When the stress burns my brain just like acid raindrops, Mary Jane is the only thing that makes my pain stop. I let the music take over my soul, body, and mind. To kick back, relax one time, and you shall find." Now we can move on to Thes1, who leaves the mic smoldering just like his counterparts, coming in with, "Yo, LA, hit me one time, make it funky. Double down on my underground sound, I'm feeling lucky. For this jackpot, I jack spots to fill in my crates. We lay back chillin' and feelin' the music relates. We on the two, hanging with my crew, bullshittin' while we sittin' down drinking on some brew. Until the afternoon turns to moonlight. Funky tracks and nickel sacks, freestyling all night. Doing it right, knowing with time, music make it better. My crew banging through blocks like shots from my Beretta. Snub nose to the hose with problems, I suppose. Honey, you gotta understand your man's got blows. And I'm leaving you, so by the time I get to Phoenix, underground ground heads will beam this musical genius. Trans-global by the books like Barnes and Noble hooks. Armed with overlooked talented guests. So God bless crooks who steal loops to keep this shit alive, something for your troops to sit around and bide by. From Camel, Double, and Best to ease stress, we brought the hip hop back, so have fun and God bless. As I mentioned earlier on in this review, all of the instrumentals are completely handled in-house by Thess and K, but we do get a couple of other guest appearances outside of Camel MC, including Odell and Headnotic. When it comes to the honorable mentions I want to recommend on this one, I'd have to name tracks like Intro, Jappy Jap, The Sweet for Beaver Part 1, The Sweet for Beaver Part 2, Empty Bottles of Water, The Outrage, Tales of Kid Drunkadelic, The Dig, Montego Slay, the LA Song, The Joyride, and Hang Loose. Then for my overall top 3, I think I'll skip Acid Raindrops just since I talked about it at length already, and instead narrow my favorites down to Invisible Blunt Roller Part 2, O.S.T. Original Soundtrack, and The Breakdown. Thank you for watching my 323rd video. Next time, I figured I might as well just stay in LA for another fixture of underground hip-hop, so check in for that one, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what moments you enjoy the most off this stellar LP. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.